Hello friends, it's Armstrong here from Other Miniatures, and today I wanted to do a little bit different video than usual, so I got this. Yeah, it's just a plain old cardboard box that I think that the protectors for my 3D printer screen got delivered. Yeah, and why do I have a box? I was thinking, that my table, Gaslands table, look kind of boring. I have like, I don't know, 4 pieces of terrain. Yeah, so let's just make some building. Yeah, and as well I want to give a multi-functionality to that, so that's why I'm just using a box and I'm not going fancy with building separate walls and so on and so forth, because when it comes to Gaslands and functionality for that game, I think that rideable space is most important. Yeah, of course you can do like a multi-level garage space or whatever, which now that I think of it is quite a cool idea. Yeah, but with Gasland scale, like just to fit my hand, yeah, to grab anything inside of the building, I need at least 3 inches space, and that box is half that height. Yeah, so each floor of the multi-level building would have to be at least 3 inches for me to be able to reasonably play the game in it, unless it would be very slim, like a bridge or something. Then I see no problem, because you would have option of reaching from both sides. Yeah, but I decided to make this one, and if this one gonna go well, I'm probably gonna do a couple more, and just to make a multi-level kind of way of racing or alternative way of racing, so you can, for example, use this as a extra track. Yeah, but yeah, for now let's just get on the table and start building it, because I'm just talking too much again. So this is going to be an interesting video, as I wouldn't be able to see what I'm recording. Yeah, so ahead of time I did prepare a couple of pieces of little branches, some pieces of plastic, and anything else that I can think of sticking into that box. Yeah, but the problem is my hot glue gun, I cannot find the charger for it. So instead of hot glue, I'm gonna be probably just using a tremendous amount of super glue. Yep, so we have in here this was actually inside of the card that I use for the Mortar Engine project. Yeah, and so this is the part of this car, and I know this is a cardboard. I could probably use a paper glue. It would probably work very well, but my patience is waning. It is not entertaining, so let's just start adding pieces to it and hope for the best, expect the usual effects. Yeah, so there we go. I'm just adding it because it has this kind of texture which gonna help me, and then I need to decide on what's gonna be the front of the building. I think that I'm gonna use this as the front of the building, and I want to use this lollipop as the doorways. Yeah, so for our scale measurement, I would think that about this much gonna be fine. So again, I'm just cutting 2 sides of it to the same length, just to have 2 two doorways. I'm just gonna glue them on the bottom of the box. Hopefully the super glue actually gonna work, because you can see it's not working very well so far, but that's just my luck with stuff like that. Just see if I have anything in this one still. Nope. Oh, preparedness level hard, I would say. Thanks God I have multiple little tubes and bigger tubes of the super glue lately. I've been spending a lot of money on super glue because, well, you know, the global shortage of everything really kind of kicked in when I ran out of super glue. And I decided I need to get more. So I actually started buying it. Whenever I go to the town, I just get a couple of containers of it. Yeah, so then I have this thing from, I don't even remember what it was, some sort of a snack. I think ptasie mleczko, which is a Polish thing, you know, which translation would be a bird's milk, which is kind of a marshmallows in chocolate. Yeah, which is one of the favorite snacks of my wife and me. So yeah, and let's just keep on decorating that. Where do I have anything interesting that I want to put on this little piece? I know that this is kind of a crappy perspective, but I really don't have a better one. I was actually on watching tonight Shadows and Son show. They have a talk about Stumpy robots. And I was telling them that I have to buy myself a shed to actually get a studio, because the space I have in the house is kind of small, and because of that, you know, when you have no recording space, really, it's kind of not working for you very well. So yeah, I'm just complaining about that. It's not like I can change anything right now. But I would be hoping, you know, to be able to get some extra space in the next, I would say, half a year, with a little bit of luck. And of course, plenty of super glue everywhere, including my fingers. And I have this big fan that I built in, you know, it's just a small computer fan that I built a box for. So I just attach it in here to make it a kind of industrial stuff. You know, it's just really just decorating the box to look better on the table after everything is done. Yeah, so I'm gonna keep on going with like little other materials around, and just, you know, I'm gonna show the final effect of what I glued to this box, and then we're just gonna have to spray it and paint it. Yeah, because, you know, right now we're just gonna be adding, you know, bits of crap to it. So just give me a few minutes, I'll be right back after I have enough crap glued to this, you know, to look presentable as a building. So here I go. I did apply, you know, some perforated cardboard in here, those plastics as well, a little bit of come on, show a little bit of the band from the boxes, some little bit of cardboard, what else, the rubber band that I use for my pipes. In here there is a fan which I applied, and, you know, a couple of those little grates that should really pick up nicely the dry brushing. And in here we have some barrels. I know that this is completely out of focus, but yeah, if I raise this a little bit higher, there's gonna be no focus in anything. So yeah, let me just grab some metallic paints. This is light. Do I have something darker on hand? Yeah, my desk looks like a war zone right now, so yeah, I have two of those. So I have brass iron warrior, base iron warrior, and layer runefang steel. Yeah, let's go with those two. I was actually looking at my old bolt gun metal, but it seems to be blech. So I'm just gonna get rid of it. Yeah, one less paint to worry about in the future. And I should start, you know, replacing the paint on as you go basis. So first of all, let's go with this iron warrior, and let's start, you know, dry brushing with it. So it's like with my toy cars, you know, very heavy dry brushing. That's just to bring some interest into that entire thing. And I'm starting with the base Iron Warrior, as it is a darker color. So it's gonna be the first layer of the paint job. And as well, you know, the black paint isn't fully dry yet. So this one gonna just give me a little bit more of a way in. And I want to actually, this fan, I want it to have really nicely covered. The rest can be a little bit more of a haphazard job. My goodness, I was watching somebody's video and like they use the word haphazardly in the video, I think so many times, but literally just stuck in my head for like a couple of days. Who was that? Oh my goodness. Tabletop Time. I think that was Tabletop Time, yeah. When they was building the Titan diorama, they have really great video about, you know, building a Titan table for 40k. And yeah, but the word haphazardly in one of those videos was used so many times that it was really hurting me. It was like listening to myself when I get one word stuck into my head, and you know, I'm just keep on repeating the same word all over the same video. So yeah. I fully understand, you know, how they got there. It's just one of those things that, you know, you have this one word and then it just stuck in your head and you keep on using it, even though you consciously know that you are abusing it in the video. You still keep on using it because it just stuck there. Yeah, sorry that I'm outside of the frame. The box is a little bit too big, and just keeping everything in frame is kind of hard. All right, so we have this done. So that's the first layer. Let's just wash off the brush a little bit. I don't need too much of that. And get rid of the moisture. Of course, this is gonna mean that I need a new piece of paper towel. So right now, it doesn't really look that impressive. There is no distinction from what it was before. It still looks very dark, although maybe camera is showing this a little bit better than real life. As it is kind of weird thing, you know, with the camera. Sometimes it shows stuff better, sometimes it shows stuff worse. So it's always, you know, a little bit of a battle both ways. So there we go. Work this silver in. And now that's definitely much brighter. But yeah, unfortunately this is a cardboard and I'm using a fairly expensive paints. It kind of hurts to paint with them. If I use them just without dry brush, you just use them as they are. They seem to pop up much better. So there we go. Then here, let's just do the side first. Oh crap! Yeah, that wasn't probably the best idea, but already done. So the front now. And I'm almost done with the metallic dry brushing, so I'm gonna finish that and I'll be back once this layer is less sticky. Yeah, so we'll be back soon. Alright, so the metallic paint is somewhat dry, so now let's just try to pick up a couple of panels with a red paint, and I don't even gonna be bothering with painting it. Wow, this brush is really dried off. Painting it properly, sorry about that. Alright, so the metallics are somewhat dried. Let's try to pick up some of the panels with the red paint. I don't want it to be fully covered, yeah? I actually want it to show through the metallics. So, you know, like the paint is peeling off. I know that then, you know, this should be a little bit different, but this is for our purposes only. So let's just figure out this painting scheme together. So there we go, we have a couple of those panels picked up. Now let's just, this is just horrible spacing. My mic is in the way, my everything is in the way here. But yeah, I just gonna pick up some of panels on each side. Oh shucks, this is just not a very good project to work on with, you know, such little space, but I'm gonna be working on getting more space. Like I said, maybe in a couple of months I'm gonna get myself a shed to make into a workshop. So hopefully soon enough, yeah. But you know, when it comes to that, the money is the subject matter, and since I don't have enough of it to just, you know, splash on a shed straight away, I need to make some savings. But yeah, so red paint out of the way. Let's just grab some of my Corax white, which is my usual base for minis lately. It's a little bit gloopy though, but that's how I like it. Actually, it's because of it, it's holding very nice on the minis. So yeah, and just pick up a couple of extra panels with it. Yeah, so I was thinking, you know, maybe the spaces in between panels, but of course it's gonna spread on others, so maybe just a couple panels like this in here as well. Like I said, I don't want to have a full coverage of that, just partial coverage, it's fine. Yeah, just to show it was, well, this entire shop or whatever it is was built from scrap material. Yeah, so that's why you have different colors everywhere. Maybe not everywhere, but you know what I mean. Just not one unified thing. There's a couple of different things in here. Yeah, when I'm thinking about project like that, I'm thinking like Megaton in Fallout 3. Yeah, basically something built up of a scrapyard. Let's see if that paint gonna even show through. So what I'm doing in here is the contrast blue. Yeah, and contrasts are kind of weird paints. So I'm gonna just pick maybe this part. Oh, it will show, nice. I'm assuming that the metallic is boosting it up a little bit. So I can just pick a couple of panels with blue paint. It's gonna be nice because of that, just, you know, different color. And again, I don't want to have a full coverage anywhere. Maybe this one. And this one, why not? Yeah, the contrast paints, I find them a little bit odd, just a general rule, because you paint with them like a little child would paint. Instead of, just taking your time, you just splash them on the model and they're supposed to do the job for you, which surprisingly it works somehow. Yeah. So I'm not going to be arguing with a good thing that those paints are doing. It just still, I'm not used to them that much, although I started using them more and more in my personal little paint jobs that I do on my minis. Alright, so the blue is somewhat done. And now, let's see. I have in here a scorpion green, and what I was thinking to use the scorpion green for is to pick up all of those wires. Yeah? Let's hope that this one isn't dry. Oh no, it's gloopy. It's alright, I can use it in that case. So I just run it on those wires. Because of that, they're gonna stick out on the build, and that's the entire idea for them, to just be a more of a focal point of this, just giving you something to focus your eyes on, and ignore the rest of the imperfections because they're gonna be perfectly imperfect as well. I hope that something is showing there. So I don't even plan to paint them that well, just give them this green layer, not very carefully, just on top maybe. And again, this is a hair tie, so it drinks paint like a camel drinks water. So yeah, this is not very paint efficient build. Yeah, so give me a few minutes, I'm just gonna finish painting all of those little wires. I'll be right back. And now, when we have it almost completed and over 3 weeks has passed since I recorded the previous video, we're just gonna apply some pigments. Yeah, so I have this dark rust that I love. Like I'm always I'm always a cheapo when it comes to stuff. So I got those pigments in Poland, and well, last time I was in Poland in December, so previous time, not really last. And they are awesome. They really bring the model out. And like, I'm not paid by the company, because everyone knows that little YouTubers like me don't get anything from anyone. Yeah, but I would advise everyone to try to get some of those pigment, and of course those ones Vallejo as well. They are just built to stick to the models, even though you apply them without anything, and you can actually apply them mixed up with the alcohol. Yeah, and even though my original way of doing it with the little bit of pastels is not going anywhere from me, because, well, like I said, I'm a cheapo. So if I don't have if those pigments run out at some stage, I'm gonna be back to my pastels. Yeah, unless I of course have a collection of them already. Yeah, because while I was in Poland now in break between March and April for a couple of days, I did actually bought some new stuff. You saw the video already about the little cars, but beside cars I did actually got myself as well some washes, yeah, and some models and stuff. and I'm still gonna be showing them in. So yeah, and now I'm just using the lighter colored pigment just to, add to the dustiness of the entire piece. And I don't think that this piece gonna actually fit very well on my spin table. So what I'm gonna do, I just gonna grab my camera, make a couple of pictures, and put them at the end. Yeah, but for now, this is it. If you like this video, please rate, comment, subscribe, share with everyone and everywhere. Yeah, whoever wants to watch it, and of course, everyone have a lovely day and take care.